understand this is not only about ISRO, it's two countries signing it. But how do you essentially look at this argument that we are basically moving towards the path of space war and to combat that and be at a pivotal role that we would like to play?
I think there is no space war like they called war age. What we are looking at is to create strength in space.
Right.
See, everybody respects strength, and it is important to have the strength in space in India itself, because space becomes an integral part of the strategic strength of a nation. And many of the wars are played on showing up your strength. Okay, you are not actually exercising it. So basically, it is a supplementary role with respect to whatever strategic strength we need to have. We need to have communication capability, observation capability, timing and positioning capability of our own, which is very secured and not to be disturbed by others. So it means many capabilities to be developed and placed for space, and which is very important activity. So it's not for immediately getting into any war. Everybody realizes that space war can be disastrous for anybody, but it is actually make sure that your security is enhanced by giving secured communication to our forces as well as information what is necessary.
So that has been a key area, because I remember some of the announcements that were made in the last few years of the government making it very clear that this is a key area. Government time and again has made this announcement that it is an area that we need to focus on. How are you looking at the responses that are coming in from other nations, especially when you're collaborating with them? What kind of a response do you get when you're interacting with them?
See, we have been collaborating with many nations in the past. We continue to collaborate. With the US, you specifically asked about us. We have been, even the Chandrayaan 1 had payloads from US. Right. Even if for Chandrayaan 2 and 3, they are helping us in terms of the deep space navigation networks and analysis activities. And we are building the NISR together, and possibly we may build future engagements, and human spaceflight as part of the ISS mission of an Indian astronaut is also announced. That means there is going to be a greater engagement of US with India. And what we want future is not simply the ISRO and NASA collaboration. What we want is industry of ISRO, industry and space ecosystem in India collaborate with space industries in US, which is something that we are looking for. And it will happen. See, there are a lot of innovation happening in US, especially in the advanced technologies. And access to those technologies for Indian companies is very crucial for us, because here we have companies who are waiting for innovation, and unless they have the latest of the technologies which has an advantage in US is not available there, they cannot grow beyond a point. And we make sure that we become part of that whole ecosystem of industries to enable this Indian industries to innovate and produce systems even for US market. And they see that there is a potential. If an Indian company develops something for the US user, it can be done much cost effective, much faster pace in India than in US. I think this is the fact that they have realized. So they are forthcoming in this to create that possibilities. Possibly you may not know that there are already companies in India working for US government, US space activities, especially developing key technologies.
So when it comes to the space in terms of the Indian Space Policy 2023, which looks at private partnership also, what is